Well, let me start by saying, oh, fuck, what an explosive end to the day. My God. I've certainly had to deal with people mugging me in this city, but never like actually at a job. Not that my job is exactly conventional, but I mean, it was a weird day all around to begin with, but towards the end, this guy, like, we were all occupied. I was like dealing with some customers, and this guy essentially just like walks up and he very discreetly hit a hatchet behind his leg, like a heavy black hatchet. And he just walks up to one of the jars, grabs the one on the corner, and he's like, "Oh, thank you." And he had a like a mask kind of pulled up over his face. And I stand up and I'm like, "Oh, no. And then he like displays the hatchet and he swings it at me. And so I have to jump back, and I jump into the table, and my boss grabbed the hatchet we used to peg the tent down. And he's like, "Grab my fucking knife." He's like, the knife he's got is like you seen in Glorious Bastards, the Brad Pitt's character has this big knife, it's like a Bowie knife. I can't remember if it's got one of those World War II like skull crushers on the end, but this thing does. It looks kind of like that, but a little thinner. It's a fucking giant knife. But yeah, so because the guy swinging at me and making me jump back and lose my balance, there's no way I could like really flank this guy or get around him, because he was already trying to get to one of the buses to get on the bus. But I think the bus driver saw what happened, closed the doors, and didn't let him on. And so my boss fucking very assiduous fucking like the man who needs no challenge, fucking bigger than himself. He fucking goes hatchet to hatchet with this guy, and this guy is swinging at him like he wants to crack his skull. And so at this point I was unsheathing the knife, and I kind of got to the side of him because the best I could do was flank him at that point, since it took me a while to catch up. But I couldn't get in the middle of it. So I had to ask myself this on a couple of occasions where I've had people pull knives on me or whatnot, and it's like, oh fuck, am I gonna have to kill someone in this situation? Because I thought one of these guys, if one of his swings connects with my boss's head and just fucking smashes his skull, then this guy's gonna die next. Like, I know that sounds fucking like far out and like fucking, maybe just machismo a little bit, but no, seriously, like, you're not just gonna like smash my brother's fucking skull in front of me. No. But, yeah, I know, that was like fucking scary. But the thing was, since the guy first swung at me, I was yelling, bear spray, fucking spray him. And so, because, once someone gets hit by bear spray, I know because I've had it happen to me. You have about 30 seconds max, more like 5 to 15 seconds, to do anything in retaliation. The thing that was worrying us was that he was gonna, if we sprayed him, then he would take that 15 seconds to throw his hatchet. But I could tell by the way he was like desperately gripping onto it every time he fucking swung like that, that he was scared to lose it, because he knew if he lost it, then like if he accidentally chucked it, for example, then he would have a guy on him with a hatchet, and then another guy coming up from his flank with a fucking giant sword-sized knife. Skull crusher. Would not have ended well for him. But, my boss runs up, and the guy's trying to take off with the jar, and the guy just looks back, and my boss fucking sprays him, like, directly in the face, like, gets him with a good, like, and, the guy like starts coughing within a couple seconds. Like I've seen footage of bears like getting hit with bear spray, and they react immediately because of the sensitivity on their nose. It's all wet and exposed. Like it was like that instantaneous of a reaction, and the guy kind of stumbles back and he drops the jar. Jar breaks, half the wheat goes all over the ground. There's bear spray all over the fucking jar, so like, you know, the weed's fucked, but the thing is he didn't get away with it. He just got up and like hobbled away after that. And you know, of course, cops show up a little while later, and once again, they have no problem with us. They're like, okay, well, we've talked to witnesses, where's the psychopath? And we basically told them, like, you know, he was the one with the bear spray, like, it just blew back in his face. But the thing is, my boss, it blew back into his face, so he got fucking a little bit. I got a little bit kind of on me here, and I inhaled a little bit, but it was really nothing. Like, my boss got it pretty bad. He got, like, fucking big red patchy spots on him. But, yeah, like, holy fuck, that was pretty wild. And, yeah, like, I mean, I'm glad we were fucking able to respond so quickly, but, and I'm glad that it ended in an L for that guy, because not only is that going to stop him from, I mean, if he's smart, he's not going to try that again, because it ended so horribly for him last time, but it's more importantly going to send a message to other people who try to do the same thing. You know, like, the reason my boss doesn't really deal with a lot of shit is because the first few years he was here, he had a lot of people try to pull this stuff, and it never ended well for them, so people just stopped trying shit. So that's why it's like so took us off guard. Plus he distracted us while or so he crept up while we were distracted. So like, yeah, you know, 1 second I'm talking to a customer, the next second I have a guy fucking swinging the fucking hatchet at me. Like, craziness. But I mean, like, just growing up in this neighborhood, like, it's not the first time I've dealt with shit like this, but I mean, it's insane, and it reminds me of just, like, you know, how precarious those situations are, and, you know, how fragile just about any situation can be, you know, given circumstances that may not have your luck and well-being in mind. You know, like that guy, if he swung just a few more inches forward with his fucking crazy strong arm chopping motion, me and my boss could be fucking bleeding out, you know, or already bled out, like bled out in the ambulance or something. But then that means that fucking guy would have bled out from his fucking neck, because, yeah. Oh, fucking, what would you do if someone fucking smashed in one of your family members' heads with a fucking hatchet? You would probably take appropriate measures to rectify the situation in the eyes of the cosmos, so to speak. But, yeah, no, that was complete hog wild fucking stir crazy madness, and it was like right at the end of the day too, so we're all tired. It's like right at the point where we didn't need that shit, but yeah, fucking wild. Anyways, I wanted to share, and fucking, if you appreciate this, fucking, you know, subscribe, fucking, if you have anything similar happen, you can tell me about it, fuck. And tell me, do you think fucking our force was justified? Do you think, I mean, just tell me what you think of the situation, just overall. I'm curious. Anyways, I'm gonna fuck off now. Goodbye.